Hi, I'm Matt Burns. Today is, what is today? May something. It is May 5th. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. 2025. 5/5/2025. And once I get my laptop here situated, I'm just going to talk about what it's like being a 25-year-old guy in the Midwest of the United States on May 5th, 2025. So my thing that I had journaled about today has to do with balancing stress and a schedule. So I've kind of been trying to schedule my life recently for the first time ever, and I've been reflecting on how my scheduling has been going, what kind of things I'm getting done in my life, am I making the progress that I want to make? I'm seeing the turn signal thing here, and it's catching me. I like the framing of this steering wheel here. It's very low budget, but there's good lighting, so it's cool. Okay, I have here balancing stress and scheduling. So I put down a bunch of bullet points as it relates to my scheduling and my life, and seeing what are the things that I'm thinking about in terms of my day and how I'm building out my days. So what do I need? Is that thing money? Is it more friends? Is it more infinite power? Is it getting better at guitar playing? It could be anything. It could be all the above. How much time do I have to do it? I'm going to die someday. Do I know when? Maybe not. Hopefully not. I don't want to make my own death date, or my life may be very different. So how much time do I have? If I have an audition coming up for a guitar thing, that's probably the deadline. If I have a deadline for, hey, this really easy daytime job that I have, I may not have it forever. I probably want to figure out what I'm going to be doing by the end of that time, which is one of my big things right now. Right now I'm filming while I'm at work. Safe to say I have a very easy day job where I have a lot of free time. And so I'm trying to use this in part of my free time to reflect on my life and to just put something out on the internet, and hopefully it can help somebody, my own reflections, or perhaps you can reflect on my day and think that it's garbage, if you do. How much can I reasonably accomplish? If I've got 1 week to become 5 times better at guitar, I probably shouldn't pick the thing. But maybe there's something coming up, maybe there's an audition coming up in a month, and I need to be ready with this kind of material. I can put something good together in a month. It might not, shape my whole world as a guitar player, but I can do something in a month. If I create longer goals, of course I can do more in that time. But given whatever schedule I'm building it into, if I can only play guitar 20 minutes a day, I gotta be reasonable about what I'm gonna get done in that time. Something else I have in here, if you can't tell by my ramblings at times, I can have some attention problems, hence why I have this. I show this off once in a while. Well, I've shown it off in every video I've made, but I make a video once in a while. So this is my laptop. I have a pen for it, and I write out my journaling for my day. I write out my scheduling, all that kind of stuff on here, and it helps me not be inefficient with my time or just a waste of my time. I have on here, oh wow, I don't even know if I said this yet. How long can I stay attentive? The answer is not very long. But when I'm trying to do something, if I book something in my schedule, I will usually stay productive for at least half an hour, depending on what that thing is. And when I say half an hour, I mean half an hour on that one thing, not like I'm productive half an hour during the day. So I've got to kind of build that into my schedule. I'm not just going to practice 3 hours of guitar first thing in the morning or something like that. I got to figure out how I'm going to dole it out across the day, and kind of like a garden, don't water it all at once unless you want it to die, and I don't want to die. Finally, under my building stress category, I have is my plan sustainable? I think about this in terms of losing weight, right? If you want to stay at 185 pounds, and right now you're 205 pounds, well, you've got to shave off basically 10% of your body weight, meaning that you've probably got to either eat 10% less or expend that much more extra calories in a day. And so the only way you're going to get there and stay at that weight is if it's a plan that you're going to stick to after you've done it, because you can't just take out the 20% of calories, or 10%, whatever I said, and then be like, oh, I'm done with the thing, therefore I'll go back to doing the thing that I was doing before. So if you can't do that in working out and weight management, you can't do it in the rest of your life either, in my opinion. The next sort of semi-subject I have is building in rest as it relates to the scheduling. The first bullet point I have under here, it says, sometimes you may have to relax when you don't want to. I teach music lessons. I teach piano lessons primarily to kids in anywhere from preschool to 5th grade, mostly elementary school. I've had some older students. I've had some parents too. But one of my students, his mom told me the other week, he recently got on like ADHD meds, so he's only in second grade, and he's all over the place with the meds sometimes. And I think because of that, when I come over, sometimes he doesn't want to relax in the way that piano can be relaxing. And his mom was telling him, you can't always have a day on the go. And just in the same way that a kid can't always have a day on the go, we as adults, or whatever you might be, we can't really have days where we're just on the go the entire day unless you want to burn out. I have something else here written down that says peaks and valleys in activity levels throughout the day or the week. Before I started teaching lessons full-time, or at least part-time, and hopefully I'll be full-time this year, I was student teaching for my music education degree at a K through 3 elementary school. And I had never worked with kindergartners outside of a one-on-one setting in my life. And one of the things the teacher talked to me about at the school, the actual music teacher, he talked about these 5-minute bursts as being ways that you teach young kids, especially because just in the way how I have said earlier, I do half-hour chunks of things. A kindergartner might be able to handle 5-minute chunks in something. And if you're not evolving the thing in 5 minutes or moving to something new, you're probably going too slow, and you're probably dwelling on things too long to do a holistic sort of thing. Oh, and I put that down as peaks and valleys and activity levels throughout the day or the week. These things go from day to day and week to week. I kind of look at them like, if you're on a vacation, clearly you're on a downtime, and your vacation might be a week or a couple days or whatever. And that's your pullback time, and you might, ramp back up into things and sort of have this, sort of thing throughout, either if you look at it in the microcosm of a day or macrocosm of like a year, you're probably going to want to build in those things into your day, which is what I'm trying to do with my day. Another big one I have that's been a big one for me and finding out for myself has been purposeful rest versus occupying myself. I had said earlier, sometimes you have to relax when you don't want to. The best time I've found for me to relax during the day to myself is during my lunch break at the daytime job I have. At other times, my job's super easy, but somebody might need my help and come in and ask me something, and I can't just be sleeping, of course. So I've pretty much made it a plan that at every lunchtime, because I eat not really during my lunchtime because I don't have to, I'll take that time and I will just turn off the lights in the office. I will put a towel over my eyes so I don't have any light coming through, and I will just try to take a nap for about a half hour. I'll set an alarm for a half hour. I'll try to take a nap with my earbuds in, listening to a good album. And that is opposed to what I used to do during lunch, which was play my handheld video games. And what it made me realize is that oftentimes at noon, my brain's still going pretty good from whatever stuff I'm doing prior. And the video games kind of just serve to amp it up more and more. I was playing a game called Returnal. It's a super bullet hell game. and I really like it. And it's a roguelike, and I get addicted to roguelikes. But I've realized that, when I'm playing it, my brain's just like, I feel like a rat, on the wheel, and like oftentimes I can't stop either. So not only do I get like addicted to playing it, but also, at times I convince myself like, oh, I'm just chilling out, like whatever, I'm relaxing. That is not relaxing. I am just seeing numbers, boom, 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 pop up, yellow dots, blue dots, and just seeing all these things, a bunch of stimulus. And if I'm going to continue that for, a holistic life, if I continue habits like that, I am definitely going to burn out. And I don't want to burn out. So I got to find other times to do stuff like that. Like the weekend, that'd be a great time. Take 3 hours. I could take 3 hours to play all the video games I want, doing whatever I want. But when it comes to like, that free time that I have at work, I should use it in a way that's going to be good for myself. And that is definitely resting, which video games have not been for me. And then finally, this is huge, but sleep. For a while, like maybe 2 years ago, I was having some pretty bad sleep, like 5-ish hours a night on average across a week, and of course more on the weekends. But something that I put down here is less sleep equals more worry with less efficiency. So like when you sleep less, you're going to worry more, and in that time of worrying, you're not going to get as much stuff done, not only because you're too busy worrying, but because you're just less efficient. So, we always think about sleep as, everybody knows sleep is important. It's often the thing skimped on because of time, but in all reality, the time you gain by not sleeping is lost in the quality of everything else you do, and the quality of it will probably suffer. So not only will the thing take longer, you'll be worse at it, you'll be more worried about it. And so probably if you got 8 or 9 hours of sleep a night, you're probably going to get about as much done or more and feel better than you did if you got 6 hours of sleep every night. At least that's the hope. Maybe it's not true, but I have a feeling that it's true. So I have listed down here my day in action. And I did not schedule my day today prior to doing it, but I've been fortunate that I've kind of like crafted a, go-tos for if I don't have my day planned out hour by hour or half hour by half hour, things that I can do. 7:40 I got up. I slept about 7.5 hours, but my sleep quality wasn't the best. 8:30 I got to work. 8:40, because I didn't have anything to do right away at work, I took half an hour and I did 30 minutes of Korean Duolingo, because that's something I've been needing to do. 9:15, I went from about 9:15 to 10:30 doing some desk work that I needed to get done. And then I was done with that around 10:30. I played 40 minutes of Beat Saber for some cardio and to keep me moving. 11:15, I wrote some progress letters for 3 siblings of my piano lessons. So 3 siblings take lessons, and I wrote down like a letter to their mom and dad about their progress for the last year and a half. And while I was doing that, I was eating my lunch. At noon, I set my alarm for 30 minutes and tried taking that nap that I was talking about with some music. But after about 20 minutes of it, I realized my mind was just racing about a bunch of different things. And it's not really the sleep that I think I need from the nap or from closing my eyes and stuff. It's just the calm and the chill and time to be in here or turned off. So I did feel like I turned off a little bit, but I was thinking about a lot of stuff. And I only had 10 more minutes in my half-hour chunk, so I just decided I'm just going to actually get up a little early. I'm going to write down the journal for this particular vlog that I'm making now. That happened at 12:25. I took about 35 minutes to brainstorm and write down different stuff. And well, as of right now, it's about 1:30 p.m. I have listed in my journal at 1:30 p.m. to post this video, 1:35 p.m. to post this video. So that's what I'll do after this. 1:45, I want to take some time to do some YouTube upkeep and different things like putting tags on the videos and stuff like that, or commenting on similar videos, if I can find like a niche similar to this, and follow some content in this vein. From 2:30 to 3, I just have chill out before my lessons with the students, because I have about 3.5 hours of music lessons to give tonight with elementary school kids, and I like to try not to stuff up my brain before those. 6:35, I'll head to the gym tonight. 8 o'clock, I'll probably make dinner, or if my girlfriend makes dinner, she'll make dinner. I'll eat hopefully around 8:45, play some video games or chill out with my girlfriend from like 9:30 until maybe 10:15. Then I'll do some laundry and have some alone time, and I'll go to bed probably around 11:30. But throughout my day, when I was looking back at what I did so far, I definitely had like lows and highs in terms of energy or mental bandwidth or even physical bandwidth with the Beat Saber. So I started with the Korean Duolingo. That's pretty low energy for me. It's just chill. I'm writing stuff down. I'm normally writing and translating on a separate sheet of paper and then inputting it. And then I got to actual desk work. My brain was already ready for that, and it's pretty chill stuff, so that was chill too. 10:30, I got to Beat Saber. That was sort of a high point of expenditure. 11:15 was more mental bandwidth with writing the letter. It was like a 5-page letter, double spaced though. And then I chilled out, took a nap, took it back down. Wrote the vlog journal. That was a little bit more up. Recording this vlog, that's a little bit more up. I'll post it. Of course, that'll be obviously chill. Some YouTube upkeep and bookkeeping, that'll be chill. 2:30, take it easy. So it's a little chiller of a day, but I'm still thinking about a lot of things, and trying to get in a lot of different variables. So yeah, I've got the rest of the day. I got lessons. That'll be probably the most active brain portion of my day for 3.5 hours. Go to the gym after that, clearly physically active. Well, I may not be clearly physically active. It is a high point in expenditure again. And same with dinner. There's a lot going on with making dinner if I'm doing that. And then for the rest of the night, I'll chill out. So I've kind of just had this constant flux of highs and lows, and it helps me get stuff done. And hopefully I'll keep, assessing how my stuff's been going and rework my schedules as it needs. But hopefully, if you saw this video, you could take some cues from this if you think it would help you. And I'm going to keep posting these. So far, I've posted for about a week, and I've got 0 views, which is pretty good. But one of these days, I will get my first view. Okay, I hope it helped you. I hope you like the steering wheel and the what's it called? Turn signal. And that's about it. See ya.